Marcus was standing in line at the Apple Store on a Friday morning in September, waiting to spend over $1,000 on a phone that was barely faster than the one already in his pocket. He knew this. He had watched the reviews. He had memorized the specs. The new phone had a slightly brighter screen, a marginally faster processor, and one extra camera lens he would rarely, if ever, use. His current phone was only 18 months old and worked perfectly. It made calls, sent texts, and took photos that were more than good enough for social media. It ran every app he needed without any issues. Nothing about his phone had changed since the night before, but standing in that line, Marcus felt a shift. A subtle discomfort, a feeling of falling behind. Not because his phone had gotten worse, but simply because something newer now existed. And that's where the illusion begins. Just 24 hours earlier, Marcus was completely satisfied with his device. Now, after watching a keynote presentation filled with cinematic lighting and carefully chosen performance benchmarks, his perfectly functional phone suddenly felt inadequate, not broken. Not limited, just old. Marcus didn't actually need a new phone. He needed to believe his current one was no longer enough. And the tech industry has spent billions of dollars making sure people feel exactly that. So Marcus bought the new phone. He spent the entire weekend transferring his data, signing back into all his apps, and rearranging the icons on his home screen. By Monday, the excitement had vanished. The new phone felt normal, indistinguishable from the one it replaced. The thrill of the new purchase lasted 3 days. The payment plan would last 2 years. And in about 18 months, Marcus would be right back in another line, once again convinced that what he had was suddenly insufficient. Here's the truth most of us miss. The modern tech industry isn't built on selling you a great device once. It's built on selling you the same device repeatedly, with tiny incremental changes framed as world-changing breakthroughs. Companies don't need to make your old phone worse. They just need to make you feel like it's worse. And that's a much easier problem to solve. Every year, the same cycle repeats itself. It starts with a big, flashy keynote presentation. Then comes a flood of reviews from tech influencers. Then, the side-by-side comparison videos designed to exaggerate tiny, imperceptible differences. And just like that, millions of people look down at the devices that worked perfectly fine for them yesterday and think, maybe it's time for an upgrade. Not because they've hit a real limitation, but because their perception was deliberately altered for them. Let's talk about the lifetime cost of constantly chasing new. The average American replaces their smartphone about every 2.8 years. Even though modern phones can easily last 5 to 7 years with just basic care. The average flagship phone now costs over $1,000. Over a 40-year adult life, that replacement cycle alone adds up to more than $12,000 just on phones. And that's only smartphones. Add in laptops replaced every 3 to 4 years. Tablets, smartwatches, earbuds, all the accessories and extended warranties that go with them. The average household spends around $1,700 per year on consumer technology. Over a lifetime, that's nearly $70,000. If you invested that money instead, it could easily grow into hundreds of thousands of dollars. You're not just paying for technology, you're paying for scheduled dissatisfaction. So how does this upgrade illusion actually work? First, there's software obsolescence. Operating system updates are designed for the latest hardware. Sure, your older device might technically support the update, but the performance almost always degrades. Apps demand more memory. The battery drains faster. Lag becomes noticeable. You didn't break your phone, it was simply updated into decline. Second, the hardware itself is hard to fix. Batteries are sealed in. Screens are fused together. And repair costs are priced just high enough to make buying a brand new device feel like the more reasonable option. An $89 battery replacement on a 3-year-old phone suddenly seems pointless when a new one is only $1,199. That calculation is entirely by design. Third, there's the annual release cycle. The calendar itself becomes a psychological weapon. Your phone feels cutting edge and brand new in January. But by September, it feels outdated, even though nothing about it has actually changed. The keynote presentation doesn't just market the new product. It actively markets dissatisfaction with the old one. And here is the most uncomfortable truth of all. Most of the improvements are completely invisible in daily use. A flagship phone from 3 years ago can do 95% of what most people actually use their phones for. We're talking texting, email, social media, navigation, taking everyday photos, and streaming videos. You cannot feel a 5% speed increase in your brain. You cannot see a megapixel difference on a tiny phone screen. You do not experience these tiny incremental upgrades in your daily life. Blind tests have consistently shown that users can't even distinguish between recent flagship generations during normal use. You're not buying a better experience. You're buying the reassurance that you own the newest version. Now, let's talk about the arbitrage that nobody talks about. 2-year-old flagship phones are the single best deal in consumer tech. They offer nearly identical performance to the latest models, but at half the price. The only reason most people avoid them is because of a manufactured stigma. Refurbished devices are not inferior. They are arbitrage opportunities created by this upgrade illusion. And of course, every unnecessary upgrade has consequences that go far beyond your wallet. Most of a device's carbon footprint comes from its manufacturing, not from its use. Every time we upgrade, perfectly functional devices are discarded simply because our perception changed, not because their utility ran out. The person using a 4-year-old phone isn't behind the times. They're being rational. So, how do you escape this cycle? First, define your actual needs. Measure your current device against what you actually do with it, not what marketing promises you could do. Second, extend your device's life. Replace the battery when it gets old. Clean up software clutter. Use a protective case. Third, when you do need to upgrade, consider buying refurbished. Let someone else pay the new tax for you. And finally, set rational upgrade timelines for yourself. Maybe 4 to 5 years for a phone, 6 to 7 years for a laptop. Upgrade when something actually stops working for you, not just when something newer exists. The final truth is this: your phone didn't become worse when a new model launched. Your perception of it did. The dissatisfaction you feel isn't coming from the device in your hand. It's coming from an industry that needs you to feel perpetually behind schedule. Keep what works, ignore the illusion, and invest the difference. That's how you stop paying for 3% improvements and start buying yourself real financial freedom. This is the Financial Sketchpad. Thanks for watching.